up to my sports betting family, my sports betting friend, and welcome back to Wize Sports Betting. This is Wize Plays WNBA for Saturday, August the 2nd. This is the second show. Yay! All right. And these picks covers tomorrow's slate of games. There's 5 WNBA games being played tomorrow, which is Sunday, August 3rd. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Of the 5 games on tomorrow, only 3 are worth betting on, all right? So I'm only riding with picks that make sense. No bait lines, no reaching, no guessing, because we trying to eat, okay? I only made 1 parlay today so far. I'm probably going to make some other if the player props pop up, but for now, we just got this one. And so let me give you this little card parlay, all right? Try to make this quick. Game 1. Indiana Fever at the Storm. Seattle's been a little shaky at home, all right? Yeah, they beat the Sun by 20 points, but they also just lost a double overtime heartbreaker to the Sparks, all right? Meanwhile, the Fever are 8-7 without Caitlin Clark, and they've been covering the spreads on the road consistently, all right? So I'm going with the Fever's money line at plus 114, and I wanted to add a prop. You know, I wanted to add Aaliyah Boston over 8.5 rebounds because she pulled double-digit boards in 5 straight games, and Seattle struggles on the glass, but DraftKings didn't even have that prop in there yet, and they might not even post it at all. FanDuel has Boston over 8.5 boards at minus 130, so lock that in if you're using FanDuel, all right? I didn't see her prop in Underdog or Prize Picks yet either. It may show up tomorrow or closer to game time or later tonight if it shows up at all. It's a sharp money bet. And you know, sportsbooks really don't want to see you win. So. But if this was the NBA in DraftKings, now if this was the NBA, you see 20 plus props per game. There would be points, total points scored, there'd be rebounds, the threes, assists, it'd be all that. But with the WNBA, they might offer you 1 prop. I've seen it. They've offered 1 player prop, just 1 player for the whole slate of games, all right? And sometimes it's posted hours before tip-off, and other times they don't post some player props at all. So at the time this video was made, which is 6:33 Pacific Standard Time on Saturday, August the 2nd, there's only a few props there, but there may be some more that pop up tonight or later this evening or tomorrow. So I saw a few props in DraftKings, but they were all role players, no big name players. And the ones that I did see, to be honest, y'all, the lines all look like trick lines to me. They look like bait, you know, the kind of lines that look hittable, but it had a setup underneath. You could tell that you ain't gonna hit this, you know. So I saw no value. We ain't falling for that, all right? If it ain't solid, we passing. We only placing bets on this show that are likely to help us eat. If it ain't gonna help us eat, we ain't doing it straight up, all right? That's just how it is. So game 2 already. Game 2 that we betting on is the Dream versus Mystic. Now this one has real value. I'm taking Dream money line, and I'm also hitting the over at 159.5. Atlanta plays fast, and the Mystics are off. They're not just off, but they are like the worst defensive team in the league. In case you didn't know, their last matchup these two had, they hit over 180 points. So this over it just feels live to me. The Dream is trending up. The Mystics are tanking. So betting the over feels like the sharp side. All right, let me keep it pushing. Hurry up. Game 3, Mercury versus Sky. Now, some folks might try to sneak and do an under here, but I think it's sharper to go over the 164.5. The last 3 times they met, the total was 199, 171, and 144. So 2 of the 3 totals are well over the 164.5, all right? And Phoenix averages 88 points per game. Chicago averages 80 points per game. So if both teams hit their average, that's 168. So that would be over the 164.5. Now, I know that's close. Y'all be like, come on, Wize, that's really close. But they put up buckets. Both teams put up buckets. So I think it's a safe money bet. All right? I think it's a sharp bet. Now, for the 2 games we are not touching, these 2 games on tomorrow's slate, I recommend you just fade the whole game, all right? We ain't touching Aces versus Golden State. That Aces -4 is a bait line. Vegas should be like -6.5 or even more here. Okay, so they made the line so it's easy. When you see a line that easy, it's there to lure you in. Whenever you see a star team, a big money team like the Aces, the Lakers, the Cowboys, I can't think of anybody else, but if you see a big money team and it's not -6.5 or something high, it's -4, ask yourself why it's low. And if you got to ask yourself, why is this favorite hot team low, then automatically know that that's a trap. That's a trick line. That's a bait line. That's a trap line. Don't even go there. So because they tried to lure me in, it made me look double at everything. I looked at the money line. I was like, nope, we ain't doing the money line. I looked at the props. Nope, I didn't see no player props. And actually, at the time I looked, there was only one player prop for the whole thing, and it was for first scorer. I don't remember her name, but she was there by herself. No other player props, and it said first scorer. So it looked, the whole game, Golden State versus Las Vegas, looks suspicious. And so it's a fade. It's just too much bait and it looks suspicious. So just fade that whole game, all right? And unless player props pop up a little later on that look good, we ain't doing it. And plus, I lost money on the last parlay messing with Wilson, so I bet 25 plus. She was nowhere near that. So, and it's not just that. It's just they only had one prop. Out of on both teams, you got one player, one prop, and then so it just everything about that looks shady. It looks suspicious. Now they could have just been adding them in, but it looks shady. That -4 for the Aces. I mean for the Aces, it just. No, not -4. That's bait. So next game we fading is Liberty versus Sun. No value on Liberty. There's no value there. That -550 money line is stupid heavy, all right? And the Sun ain't consistent enough as an underdog to even bet on. They ain't even consistent. So this game is loaded with player props. Unlike the other one, it had player props for days. It had all kind of player point props, total points per game, threes, assists, and it was just everything you can think of that's supposed to be there. But the lines looked baity. All of the lines look baity. They have John Kell Jones, all right, 16 plus points at -115, all right, and then they have her 18 plus at +140, all right, but she only averages 13 points per game. Now, she had an injury, and in the last 6 games since her injury, since she's been back, she's been averaging 16 points a game. So that market line, 16 plus points at -115, implies a better than even chance. But overall, y'all, the stats just don't support that probability. You'd expect that line to be more like, like -135 or -140 for fair math. So it's a risky leg if you put that in a parlay. It drags down sharp logic. And plus dropping that 18 plus points at +140, and she averages 13 points and only bumped 16 in her last six or 7 games after the injury. But her total, she's 13 on average. It doesn't feel like value. It looks like bait. So it just feels like bait, okay? So I'm passing on that. No matter how tempting it looks so tempting because you're like, well, she has been averaging 16, and even though she's only a 13-point average scorer, she's been averaging 16 and 16. It just looks like bait. They didn't convince me. Excuse me. I would, however, bet John Kell's prop for threes that they had in there, though. Okay, I didn't, but they said she would get +2 threes at +110. She hits 1 or 2 per game, all right? In her last 3 games, she hit 2 threes against Dallas. She hit 2 threes against Minnesota, 1 3 versus Connecticut. So she's about 66%, all right? averaging 1.7 made threes per game this season. And that's her average for y'all geeks that love stats like me, all right? Some of us just love stats, all right? But so this, in DraftKings, they got for threes, John Kell at +1, +1 3 at -425. Now, that's a no-go, all right? That's trap. Don't, -425 +1, that, if you don't know why that's bait, then I need to teach you, all right? The juice kills the value. Anyway, that -425 kills any value that +1 would have, so past that. Then when they got +3, +4, but that's pure variance, all right? It's not consistent play. Don't let that +340 for 3 +3s and that +1,000 +4 threes trick you. Those are bank lines, all right? Stick with +2 if you're gonna bet John Kell Jones. Everything else is it's beta or trick line. So here's our final 4-leg parlay. $10 pays $108. Fever money line, Dream money line, all right? Dream versus Mystics over 159.5. Mercury versus Sky over 164.5. All right. The odds are +988 when I bet it. So $10 pays $108. That ain't the sexiest payout. Okay, it ain't sexy, but we ain't chasing juice just to make it look good. If you wait a little while more, maybe tonight or tomorrow, maybe even right before the game, a few hours, there probably will be more player props. But if you're gonna put some player props to that 4-leg parlay, only add those two. That's what I recommend. The John Kell Jones +2 threes and Leah Boston rebound prop over 8.5. Now, over 8.5 rebounds has good snap to it. All right, she's averaging 8.2 boards, and that's per game, and she's 7.5 plus on the road without Caitlin Clark. Yesterday, she scored 11 rebounds against Dallas. On July 30th versus Phoenix, she scored 10. July 27th against Chicago, she had 11 rebounds. July 24th versus Las Vegas, all right, she scored 10. So she didn't score well in June on the road without Caitlin. She sucked in June. June 3rd at Chicago, she only had 5 rebounds. June 10th in Atlanta, she had 4 rebounds. June 26th at Dallas, she had 10 rebounds, which is great. But then the next day at playing Dallas, June 27th, she only had 6. So in July, she's been on fire, averaging 10 or 11 rebounds, and on August 1st, all right? So she's been above that 8.5 consistently, I think. And so it's a safe money bet to me, betting her over 8.5. If they add more player props and I make some parlays, I will put them in a picks video on the Wize Sports Betting Shorts channel. And so keep an eye out for that, because I know I'm going to bet more than $10. I bet $10 on that one 4-leg parlay that pays $108. If they put some player props in there that look good, I'm probably going to bet another parlay, or either I might even just do some straight money line bets. I don't know. But I typically bet more than $10 on Sundays. So look for something later on at the Wize Sports Betting Shorts channel, and I'll put a link over here at Wize Sports Betting in the post section. So please know this too, y'all. Update: as soon as I finish this video, I'm going to resume designing my new sports betting app, which will be available in the Google Play Store, the Apple Play Store. I'm so excited for this app, and I hope you all enjoy this app. When I finish it, I hope you find it entertaining. So that's the only parlay I have right now. I'm going to keep my eye. I'm not going to just work on the app and get consumed. I am going to look at I'm going to read the lines again later. I'm going to read the lines and look inside the sports books, all right? So thank you for watching the second show. I always hate episodes. The second show of Wize Plays WNBA. Please like this video, all right? Just do it right now. Will you hit like for me, please? Hit like. All right, and thank you for staying to the end, because a lot of times people don't stay to the end. They just get their picks and go, or they dip out in the first 5 minutes, okay? So thank you for watching to the end. Please like this video right now if you haven't. Please comment if you have anything to share, add, all Alright? And share this video with a sports betting friend. I want to say it like, and share this video with a sports betting friend if you found it interesting or entertaining in any way, alright? And remember, bet wise and never bet more than you can afford to lose, alright? See you on the next one. And good luck to you on all your open bets. Good luck to you if you follow this 4-leg parlay. And you can add those 2-player props, like I said, to make it a 6-leg parlay. And I will put more parlays up or some straight line bets if it looks good later. All right, so check back later at Wise Sports Betting Shorts channel. Have a good night, y'all. Have a great weekend. And thanks for watching.